What if I told you that the decisions you make every day might create alternate realities where your life plays out differently? One where you ace that big test, another where you took a different job, or even one where dinosaurs still roam the earth. Traveling to alternate realities isn't just the stuff of science fiction anymore. It's an idea that has some of the brightest minds in physics scratching their heads. But what would it really be like to step into one of these parallel worlds? Could we find utopias? Or would we open the door to chaos? The concept of alternate realities comes straight out of quantum mechanics. Scientists theorize that every choice you make splits the timeline, creating a new branch where things happen differently. It's called the many worlds interpretation. It sounds wild, right? But some experiments, like Schrödinger's famous cat, hint that the universe might actually work this way. Now, let's say we crack the code and figure out how to traverse these timelines. Maybe we invent a machine that tunes into the quantum waves, or we harness black holes as interdimensional portals. What would be the rules of this kind of travel? Would you need coordinates, or would you just hit random and hope for the best? Here's the kicker. Not all alternate realities would be safe. In one, you might be the wealthiest person alive, lounging in a futuristic utopia. But in another, you could end up in a world where humans are at the bottom of the food chain. Imagine stepping through a portal and finding a reality where World War II never ended, or where the air isn't breathable. Let's say you could visit these realities. Would you meet alternate versions of yourself? Maybe one is a rock star, another is a brilliant scientist, and one might even be a ruthless dictator. How would you react to seeing the you who took the road not traveled? And here's a trippy thought. What if your alternate selves didn't want you there? Could you trust them? Or would they see you as a threat to their existence? But it's not just about people. Alternate realities could completely rewrite the rules of physics. Gravity might work differently. Light might bend in strange ways. Entire ecosystems could exist with creatures and plants you couldn't even imagine. Think about the implications for science, technology, and even art. You'd come back with ideas that would seem like pure magic in our world. Of course, there's a darker side to all of this. What if traveling between realities caused instability? Maybe every jump creates a ripple effect that collapses smaller, weaker universes. Or worse, what if it destroys the fabric of your own reality? Imagine being responsible for unraveling an entire world. Then there's the ethical question. Should you even have the right to explore other realities? What if your presence in another world disrupts the natural order? Some scientists speculate that if alternate realities exist, they might be separated for a reason, like a cosmic safeguard to prevent chaos. But let's take it a step further. What if we didn't just visit these worlds? What if we could move there permanently? Would you trade your current life for a better one? Maybe you'd choose a reality where you're more successful, or a world where a loved one never passed away. It sounds tempting, doesn't it? But would it truly make you happy? Or would you always wonder about the reality you left behind? And here's something to really mess with your mind. What if someone from another reality has already visited our world? What if those moments of déjà vu are actually glitches caused by interdimensional travelers? Maybe UFO sightings aren't alien spacecraft, but visitors from parallel Earths scouting for resources. Or worse, looking for a place to invade. At this point, you might be thinking, okay, this is cool, but is it even possible? Well, physicists like Michio Kaku and Brian Greene believe that the answer might lie in string theory. If we can figure out how to manipulate the tiny strings of energy that make up the universe, we could theoretically punch holes through space-time. But even if it's possible, the energy required would be astronomical, way beyond anything we can produce right now. Still, that doesn't stop us from dreaming. Just imagine the adventures waiting for us in alternate realities. You could explore a world where humanity solved climate change, or visit a version of Earth where advanced civilizations exist under the oceans. You might even stumble into a reality where the universe is just one giant video game, and you're nothing more than a character being controlled by someone else. And what about love? Could you find your soulmate in another reality? Maybe the version of yourself in this world missed their chance, but in another, the timing was perfect. Could interdimensional travel become the ultimate way to fix the regrets in your life? Or would it just make you realize that some things are meant to stay in the past? In the end, the idea of traveling to alternate realities raises more questions than answers. It forces us to confront our choices, our identities, and even the nature of reality itself. Would you take the risk to see what's out there? Or would you stay in your own world, where at least the rules make sense? And if you did decide to go, what would you do if you couldn't come back? Now, before you dive into the endless possibilities of parallel worlds, make sure to subscribe to the channel for more mind-bending what-if scenarios. Because who knows, one day, we might just figure out how to make this wild idea a reality. And trust me, you won't want to miss what's next.